But do we have the best of players now? That is the squad that I would want to see against Austria, because we need to try players and we need to also understand our level, and we also need to plan against levels that are higher than us. England, keeper to the strikers. We want to see the best of players. In fact, as football fans and as journalists, we have opinions. We share our thoughts on these things. We all discuss this because we love football. That's our passion. That's what we love to do. But the onus lies on head coach Otto Addo to find the right plan for the national team when the tournament starts in June 2026. In fact, whatever that we talk about is not what the coach will like. We only pray that the thoughts that you and I share, the thoughts that we think helps the national team, some way, somehow falls into the same line with the head coach Otto Addo, and that's what most people want. From the first person on the pitch to the last, I mean from the goalkeeper to the strikers, we want to see the best of players. But do we have the best of players now? For goalkeeping, we don't have a problem in Benjamin Asare, who's going to start as our number one. At the right back position, we've brought in Marvin Senaya, and that means that we are in to try players. And let me add that these games, Austria, Germany, seems to be a justify your inclusion for most of the players in the squad. For most of them, it's a justify your inclusion for most of the guys in the setup. The games against Mexico and Wales, just like Barford said last Sunday, will be the one used to really cement, for the players to really cement their spot in the squad for the World Cup proper. So these two games looks like a justify your inclusion. So me, if you tell me that I should choose a right back for today, for tomorrow, straight I'm going in for Marvin Senaya because he's been brought in, and then we want to try him for that spot, that right back position, because Yirenkyi is doing good, but he's a midfielder. I'll talk about Yirenkyi later in this conversation. Right back, Marvin Senaya, no doubt about that. Left back, I would like to see Gideon Mensah once again, and then in that same game against Austria, I would also like to see Derek playing. What one offers in the first half and what one offers in the second half, because we know that these two are the first choice of coach Otto Addo at this point. Derek has completed the switch. He played in the Carling Cup. Gideon Mensah is our usual left back choice. We can count from way back Chris Hughton through to Otto Addo. He is our first left back option. But if it is competition and there's Derek, we want to see him once again against Austria, especially when we've got some few games before the World Cup. Don't forget that we are going into this World Cup with a mindset that we want to do well. Now, in central defense, we've brought in new players. I saw videos of Otto Addo in chats with Derek Lucasen and then Patrick Pfeiffer. Alexander Jiku definitely needs to start this. Who partners him? I'm going in for Patrick Pfeiffer, and I want to see what he offers the team when he's added to the setup. He might not be the number one or the number two choice when we go to the World Cup, but you need a solid bench, and I think Patrick Pfeiffer fits that bill. You can talk about Derek Lucasen, maybe there might be a change, but if we are trying players, let's see what Pfeiffer offers. Let's see what Lucasen offers maybe in the last 10-15 minutes of the game, because friendly matches is all about substitutions. It is allowed. Now my key interest, my area of interest is the midfield. At the World Cup, we are playing Panama, Croatia and England. You and I know, in fact, over 50%, 60% of Ghanaians know that for Ghana at the World Cup and the quality of opponents that we'll be facing, Panama is a must win. Croatia, England is a manageable game. Get a draw or a win. Panama is a win. But because of the fact that we are playing against Croatia and England in the next games after Panama, maybe, just maybe, a defensive approach is what we will need in this competition. You might not like it that we are facing England and then we are belittling ourselves, but talk about player quality, talk about team unit, cohesion. We are talking about the team that has played in two finals, Euro 2020 and then Euro 2024. So they know what it means to play at the biggest of stage. We are even trying to find our feet after missing the AFCON and then qualifying for the World Cup. So we want to have the best of units. These two games against Croatia and England will be more defensive. The defensive approach might be what we need, and in my opinion, it is what we need for those two games. It is as simple as that. So for me in midfield, I will be looking at 3 players: Yirenkyi, Sibo, and Partey. A 2-man pivot and an attacking midfielder in the shape of Partey, who might be looking more like an 8 instead of a 10 against Austria. Leave the flanks for Antoine Semenyo, Fatau Isahaku, and then Jordan Ayew up front. That is it. That is the squad that I will expect Otto Addo to present. It is as simple as that. That is the squad that I will want to see against Austria, because we need to try players and we need to also understand our level, and we also need to plan against levels that are higher than us. England, Croatia. For Panama, we can talk about other tactics. But for the 2 games, and because we are preparing with top European nations in Germany and Austria, what if we give ourselves that kind of look, that defensive approach, try to manage the game, not be too flamboyant on the ball. Leave that for Fatau, Semenyo to do that, and then we have an arrowhead in Jordan Ayew up front. It looks okay. We are preparing for the World Cup, so the focus is on how we get ourselves in line for the 2 games, for the 3 games at the World Cup. We've got Mexico, Wales later, and we've also got Austria, Germany now. 4 friendly matches that even the Ghana Football Association say they will be adding 1 more. If you look at the squad that we have, it is the best thing to do: a defensive approach, and then trying players in positions where they can help us.